Aye.
Seen that?
I don't think I've saw that one, but I've watched a few documentaries on the Unabomber. Like.
It's good, right? Netflix. Unabomber is one of the words there. It's an interview with him, It's like, you can hear the voice, and obviously you can see the face of that, just the voice. And he's just talking about why he did what he did and all that, and obviously the rhymes. What they were talking about was manifesto and how well it was written.
MJ's hunch was right.
You know, it's kind of hard to argue what he was saying almost.
Gotta take these guys out
Still
and have a look around.
Two terrorists, like.
Aye. That's when you see the victims, man. It's like, you dirty bastard.
It's the fact that people were getting maimed. That's what I thought. It's kind of that bit. We take his whole cabin. The FBI. Grab the whole lot. It's totally, totally.
Your pool's almost here.
You get it now?
It's 80% it's done.
Okay, that's all of them. High security lock. They use these on banks, not recycling centers. Maybe if I can find where it gets its power from.
And that's pure pool downloaded, man. It's for whenever we want it.
You got a better connection there, internet connection.
Need my electric
Must
webs.
be, look. Either that or it's just really wee.
Nah. I want to smoke.
Well, that did something. It looks like the circuits need a little more juice. Gotta find a junction box. There. Looks like the circuit's still stable.
You got
Maybe there's another junction box
SSD
close
in your
by.
PS5?
Yep, terabyte. So I've got 1.8 terabytes storage.
Gotcha. Almost there. One more box should do it.
Plenty, yeah.
It's a cool setup I've got. It's like, see the heatsink, right? You put in the SSD and you put in the wee spacer on the screw. But then instead of just putting the heatsink on, then closing it up, the heatsink actually becomes the door that closes it up. So
yeah, I should know.
it's a massive heatsink. Like, it's be sabering.
I took my PS5 apart, see what it was like inside. Like,
Fuck's sake, that's.
fucking, there's no bonding in it. So as well. There's not much to it, right? Surprisingly, so it's a lot easier to repair than the PS4. Like,
Nice.
PS4's like fucking a bit, man. Special screws in it.
I cleaned mine out the other day there.
Yeah. I'll need to do that, like. Did I do like once a month, like a good deep clean?
Aye, the I didn't go into the fanner, so it's got but only had a slight build up of stuff on the fanner, so I was like, I'll do that like after a longer time. I'll take the entire fan out and clean it out, but it's no needed to do it. Like.
Yeah. We'll be right for a wee while, like. Watch the dog hairs and that, innit? That in your console.
These must be where they're planning to attack. Wait. These
Mostly
are
like this
Osborn
brown
campaign
dust
offices.
there.
All the paths originate from the same address. Lots of high-tech equipment. Maybe later I can recycle this stuff into some weapons of my own. Guns from Fisk's armory.
Let me grab a can of Duff beer.
Fun.
Explosives from Fisk's construction
I've actually
site.
tried it, I bet it's maybe.
It should be good.
I don't know.
They mentioned paedophiles, and I was like, no, they've got their place in society. And I'm like, yeah, stress release. We need to make it into an event.
Yeah. Like entertainers, all the good entertainers are Nazis, like.
Seems that way, isn't it? It's a worrying
Trend.
lottery, you know? Yeah, well,
Truck bombs.
I'd be devastated if
crazy.
Sir Alex, for example, turned out to be.
This wasn't a gang war.
I'd be devastated.
The demons were
I'm
stealing
looking
from
forward
Fisk
to
to
him
go after
dying. He's
Mayor
one of the
Osborn.
people that's going to really hurt.
I was pissed off about fucking Kevin
But you were
Spacey,
right.
like.
Lee's using
Yeah,
the
I like
police
Kevin
to hunt for the
Spacey.
demons.
But I mean, at least he's not a
Gun
paedophile.
running.
Or is he?
No,
And it looks like they're planning another
he's a
attack.
bit of a dick
This
grabber,
time on
eh?
Norman Osborn's campaign
Ah,
offices.
he's pinned down a
Must have
14-year-old
some
boy.
kind of beef with Norman Osborn.
I found an
Well,
address.
looks like
Try to
he's
grab
It's their staging.
a
area.
wee boy snob.
merely been
If
a
I
fucking
hurry, I
absolute
might be able to
fanny
stop
to
them.
anything, like.
Be careful.
Piss, like.
It was more of him being an absolute fanny. You know, like,
Then it was.
Fury, it's me.
serial nut.
Make it quick. I'm busy getting yelled at by my boss.
Martin Lee and the
They
demons
obviously
are
just
planning
get
another attack.
feeling
This
of
time
being
on Norman
untouchable, doesn't
Osborn's
they?
campaign
So-
offices.
Are you sure? We've had a lot of false leads in the past week.
To it.
Trust me on this one.
By the murder.
I'm sending you the address of a recycling center. You'll find all the evidence there.
Got it. I'll get those campaign offices evacuated. But if you're wrong about this, you're gonna help me find a new job.
I do enjoy Kevin Spacey. I just still watch his movies.
Right. One of my favourite movies of all time is Kevin Spacey, man. Fucking American Beauty.
Classic one, right?
It's a great film, man.
Did you watch Baby Driver?
No, what's that?
Oh, it's fucking good, like. Really good. It was his last film before he got, sorry, cancelled. It was excellent, like. It was real damn good, like. It's like a sort of heist movie, but it's really cool and comic-y. And it's all synchronised, like the songs are synchronised to the actions and it. It's excellent. It's Edgar Wright movie, yeah. It was Shaun the Dead. Hot Fuzz. It's excellent, right? I think it's on Netflix though. Any Smash or something? Did you kept all your R. Kelly CDs? Keep them all.
I pee on you.
I've got an R. Kelly album somewhere, look. We've also got the soundtrack to the Space Jam CD.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about her every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away and I feel you.
You can tune that, like. I believe I can soar. You brought him through that open door. Michael Jordan, proper kicky bucket cartoons on. Love it. Like.
Sure, I'm worried.
I guess if you want to be a nonce, you have to be cool, like the Rolling Stones or AC/DC or the Beatles. You have to be cool to get a pass. Like that's where a lot of these guys are fucking off.
Again, sorry.
Ah, but I think with the rock stars, it was a case of like they were like, I were 18, and they would like shag
But
them,
they
and
look about fucking 10-year-old.
nah, they would have had tits and that, but nah, they've been.
They're still children. 13-year-old, 12-year-old. That's Steve Tyler's. This is there.
Ah, there is some of them like they're fucking shady, but no all of them, man. They're no, and they don't. I've got a feeling that the bulk of them didn't actively seek out children.
I know what you're getting at.
I
You
can't
know
what
what I
you
mean?
mean.
They're like flat chests and wee bums, eh? You know what I
Still,
mean?
still get a pass.
That wasn't the ring. They would still be. They would have to have breasts and a shape about them and be mature for their age, or something. But it's still bad, like. But
Yeah, like Led Zeppelin stuck a Mars bar up a child's vagina. And
fuck's sake.
nakedly get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and that. Aye, but I get what you mean. Still bad. It's mad how you still get a pass. It's cool.
Michael Jackson was so lazy that he didn't want to go down to the local play park. He just built one out his back door.
A lot of guys.
Learn to
I
total
should try to do this quietly. But also
moonwalks
with
so you can get in
style.
a kid's bedroom silently. Of that, like, sneaking it.
I can use that stuff I found at the recycling center.
Sneaking at the room, right?
Nice. Love using bad guys' own weapons against them. And that, my friends, is what karmic justice looks like. Nap time.
You running from that open door. Where's the secret guy? Oh.
Oh, Andy Gorham's passed away.
Aye,
Oh,
same
no.
right. Heard people playing bagpipes and outside. You know, like, it's quite well loved when I was younger, right? It's quite well respected in this country, like,
Yeah,
even as
even
Celtic supporters and it.
yeah, even we acknowledge him, you know, as a football great.
Fantastic
He's one of the only
goals,
Spurs
like,
players I remember the names of, to be honest with you, but
fantastic keeper, like.
you know, he was at loan at Man United, on loan at Man United for like 4 months at one point.
You sort of briefly care about that, like, remember that.
He it was something to do with like injuries, so they got a quick emergency loan and they got Gorham towards the end of his career, but for like backup for Van der Sar or something. I was reading because you know Roy Keane's Celtic.
Yeah.
apparently, first day of training, you know, he's going and Andy Groveman's going and saying hello to everyone.
Sleep it off.
And he got to Roy Keane, and he was just like, "There's no point for me in you, is there?" And Roy just went, "Ah." Straight away, I'm not going to talk to the Rangers. Yeah, apparently there was one occasion where Andy Goldham actually shouted at him. He was like, "Nah, no one does that to you," you know. He said something, I don't know what he did, I can't remember, but his response was something like, "Oh, fuck off, just because you're fucking Roy Keane." And just added tell. And then Gary Neville's come up to him later after the training was amazing.
I've got an autograph, right, in a book. It's like a shoebox from my childhood. Somehow survived because I actually had a house fire. Ultra, I don't know if you know that. But I've got a box of stuff from my childhood that survived. And there's an autograph in there. Just a random autograph. And we used to get footballers come to our school and that. And we used to go to games and autographs. I'm pretty certain that could be Andy Goran's autograph. I just thought that today. I was like, is that who it is? Because I remember actually going to meet him somewhere. I'm gonna have to see if it is. It's just a line, I don't really know. Just a bit over.
I've got a WWE program when it was WWF 1999 of when they visited the UK. And this was back in the day when the title would never change hands in England because they didn't see it in America, not even on pay-per-view.
He's not out here.
So they're really rare. Like no one in America would have actually seen this show unless they bought the DVD or something. But I've got the autographs for The Undertaker, Mankind, Edge, Christian and Gangrel, the Hardy Boys, and a few other shit people like Droz, Velvet and D'Lo Brown, Test. I think I got Shane McMahon as well.
Pale Horse Rides.
This girl I went to school with, her dad did the merchandise design for
What
WWE.
else can I
so,
find around here?
His son quite a lot. And,
Yeah.
I just managed to, you know, they were just nice about it. One day they were just like, "Okay, come, just come to school." I was like, "Oh, my dad got you this. My little brother got you this." When Undertaker dies, it's the sort of thing that could potentially be like a freak thing that could earn, you know, tens of thousands of pounds.
What age is Undertaker now? Must be old.
60s,
Late
isn't it?
60s. He's definitely in his 60s.
He's old man, right?
Still jumping about.
No,
He
retired.
was until, was it 2 years ago?
They
Oh,
have
he's
bases
57.
all around the city.
Was he?
Yeah, he's
So
just
old,
getting battered. You know, he's always been one of the ones who says when he retires, he's retired.
He's no a
This is bigger
kiss
than I
for a
thought.
20-year
Looks like the
retirement
demons
tour.
have an army.
Did you see that Kiss that have done their, as they say, final farewell tour that they actually started 20 years ago, 2002? Ridiculous, eh?
Some WWE are, you know, really highly regarded for how good they are as a company of creating brands. The Undertaker, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Very big brands.
Yeah, Vince might be a fucking psychopath, but he knows what he's doing. It's because he's a psychopath, that's why he's so successful.
Yeah.
He's recently been accused of sexual harassment. It's like, really?
No, more people.
Sexual Vince McMahon, you say? Brilliant. Who saw that coming? Fucking I am shocked.
It's quite,
Nice. Did you find Lee?
it's quite friendly with men as well. Like you see him so excited and that when they come out putting ripped men, he's like, ooh, they're loving it.
He's a nut. Apparently he goes mental at people just sneezing in his presence.
Really?
Yeah, he fucking hates it. He'll go mad. Like, not mad, but
You think,
kicks off.
can't find fucking most of these people are, he was mad, but
Yeah.
They were choosy.
Apparently, he won't let anyone sleep on his plane. If he invites you on his private jet to go to the next destination,
Kick it up a notch.
it's because he expects you to fucking
Okay, now I'm
have
just
a
showing
drink.
off.
Yeah.
To try and get some sleep. Picks off. Basically, he thinks it's really disrespectful because he's been invited. Some of the stories are bullying in that company. And the thing is, I'm pretty confident that McMahon and Triple H and everyone just see it as,
Oh, this is new.
if you can't get past a bit of fucking bullying in the workplace, are you really cut out to be a top WWE superstar? It's almost like a test.
I'm executing this son of a
Yeah.
That's not how we do things.
Some people were like notorious for being bad at it, and I can't remember who it was that he did it to. That went.
Whoa. Will we do this? Who the hell are you guys?
Bradshaw, JBL, JLB, wanker.
Copy code SM1. I have a visual. Hold for
He's
Silver.
notorious. He was a right nasty person apparently. Like, you know, he was just fucking to the women and somebody had him done at one point. Booker T beat up Batista. There was a fight backstage. And Booker T cut Batista.
I like Batista, man.
Nice
Yeah,
entrance.
It's good,
Solid
like.
8 out of 10.
Sorry.
He's good in the Guardians, like, he plays Drax really well, but...
He's pretty good in Blade Runner as well, like. He's
Aye, well, he was very good in Blade
looking for
Runner.
him, like.
Release him.
And what's the one I watched recently? June. He plays the Harkonnen Lieutenant.
Explanation, please?
He'd be
This
perfect.
is
for
Silver
Marcus Williams,
Saplanova,
wouldn't
head of
You said that, man.
a private security force,
he wants it.
paid for by Mayor
If there's a
Oz.
fucking video game to make a fucking
Mayor
film
has a
about,
pet
it's
army now?
fucking
Next time
Gears
you
of
get in
War,
my
like,
way, I will not
well,
be
you
seen.
got the whole Dom dying shit and all that,
Talk
man.
later.
It's cheesy, it's sci-fi, it's easy to
Right.
replicate.
Action as
It
well.
would
Like.
work so well, like.
Yeah, I mean, like Metal Gear would be one that you'd love to see done right, but how hard would it be to do that right?
Oh man, there's so much story to pick from, huh?
Yeah, you'd end up trying to get it into a 2.5 hours. Even if you did a trilogy, how are you interpreting
okay.
it? You're
We're
not.
still best buds.
It'd be good if they
Well, that took a dark
like
turn.
boiled it down to the essentials and we actually got a fucking coherent story. You know,
Full of total nonsense.
it's fucking there's
Yeah,
so
whales in the
much.
sky, isn't it?
It spans over a couple of hundred years. The actual the reasons behind a lot of it. You know, obviously the actual franchise. What decade is Metal Gear 4 set in?
Oh, fuck knows, I can't remember now.
That's 2000.
But what was it set in?
It was about 2000. I'm not sure. I don't know it, but it was the near future anyway.
Hey,
Because
MJ.
they had fucking
Hey, so I dredged up some
geckos
records on Martin
and
Lee's other business holdings.
like really futuristic shit, and all the guns were smart guns that you could only fire if you had the right key. It was a great game, that fucking old Snake, man, fucking awesome. Like,
Trying to have a look when it was set, roughly.
I tend to think 5's the best one these days, like.
Okay, MJ, I'm back.
5's not
How's
like.
the research
Played
on
it the
Lee going?
most.
Hey,
But
honestly, you hate to try 4, Rich, man, you'll be.
I played 4, I
He's
played
got
4.
places all over the
Is
city.
it? And you reckon 5's better? I don't
Locations
like
line
it.
up
I
with a
love
map I
5,
found
like.
at that shipping
I mean,
business.
obviously
Five's
it's
good.
I'll
not,
check
it's
'em
not
out.
completed, like,
Let me know
that's
what
the
you
main
find
thing
with
that
each one, and I'll work on building a case.
annoys me,
5's
like.
good,
Got it.
but 4 I
I'm headed to
really
Lee's
loved
office
it.
at Feast to see if I can
It's
learn
good,
more
I
about
like
why
the-
you're
Great
doing
game, but
this.
just being open
And
world.
what he's got
It's,
planned next.
you know,
Okay.
See with the amount of
I don't
like
think she's endangered.
new moves, gadgets, fucking.
No.
Honestly,
He's only
it
got
was
one
like
target on his
right at the
mind.
end of the game, it
Norman
was still
Osborn.
introducing new fucking shit. And I was like, this is fucking awesome. Man. And the chicks, like, do you know the bosses? When they come out of their suits and they're like sexy chicks.
This is Stable Control, requesting status.
I bet you sexy dudes, you'll keep
Even though you're in our position.
big
Oh,
comments.
but you know,
Those Sable guys don't like me. So
it was set in
much I don't like
2014.
you.
yeah.
What's
I
it?
mean, the idea of Metal Gear, bear in mind with Metal Gear, so it's not, Metal Gear 5 was something like 1976.
Oh,
Metal Gear 3 is like 1963. And then, yeah, that's it. I know it might be the turn of the 70s to the 80s. But bear in mind, there was Metal Gears back then. The whole idea of the concept of the story was that behind the scenes, you know, shadow governments and shadow militia are creating weapons like this because they haven't fucking seen them. They're walking nuclear warheads, aren't they?
no.
So it would make sense, I suppose. I mean, it's meant to be a like alternate universe, isn't it? But so that, but the reason I asked, that means that the whole franchise spans over 55 years. Yeah, games.
Demons were gonna overwhelm
You know,
us.
so you couldn't even do all that in one. You
Sorry
couldn't do that
guys,
in one
gotta
film, even
see
3 films.
something,
You'd have
do
to actually
something
literally
code.
do, I think, like a 2-hour film for each one. To be honest.
Sorry I haven't been on for a while because just been dead busy with stuff and trying to find work, etc.
Yeah. You wondered where Rich got that beard?
Oh, I got a few
Yeah.
Lidl's. Selling it.
Is it a nice beard at all, Rich?
Oh no.
Nah, it's not. It's just like a shitey lager, man.
Just like tenants.
I was just wanting the can, to be honest.
That's bizarre.
I was just wanting the can for the shelf, like somewhere in the shelf. What's that? Like, generic lager.
Yeah, I don't know why, but you, from my end, it's breaking up. Might have to reset my machine again.
Your dad's was doing that earlier. You probably don't hear it.
I wonder why though. I wonder why. Hang on, one sec, and then I'll come back on.
No bother, mate.
Alright.
I'm sure you do. Stuff.
Sable's struggling to hold their own against the demons. Bad sign.
Game what's a nice job. It's Vic's Rob. Favourite Rob. My second favourite Rob.
What's your first Tiger man?
The Tiger Man,
How's that now?
Hello.
Alright, man.
Yeah, you're clearer now, for some reason.
Sweet.
That's bizarre. Why it happens.
Acting funny.
Mm.
There's a little part of me that thought Craig was actually in the shop today.
Oh,
Give me
Obviously, I know it wasn't him because he would have said straight up that he's coming to Brighton. But your dad, there was a bloke come in the shop that resembled your dad. Obviously, I haven't seen him loads. I've seen a couple of pictures, for example.
Yeah. You genuinely thought we were in Brighton?
No. I mean, I obviously, reality, you know, logic by part,
Yeah.
came to my brain in the end.
But at one part you thought that.
He just had the identical accent. We're from Hull.
Bizarre, yeah.
maybe it was a spy.
Drug deals and criminals.
Spying you.
He was more overweight. So Craig's
Come on,
like,
fellas, you can't keep ducking income tax like this.
Yeah.
He looks a bit like Craig. But I'm confident Craig would have told me he's coming to Brighton.
Yeah, it probably would.
Unless it was meant to be a surprise and he just walked in the shop and started ordering food, then suddenly was just like, oh, Craig, by the way. That would be funny. That'd have been... But no, I'm sure he would have told me just in case I decided to take a day off or something.
Yeah, talking of which. Bearing in mind, I'm in middle of Burnley. My dad's over in like, I think it's Kentway, through work. I'm walking right town centre, like just minding my own business. Thought I saw him in middle of town centre, me not knowing, I'm like, Dad, top my voice, he turned round, it weren't him, and I just went almost purple with embarrassment. I thought, sorry.
Oh man. Oh, Horrible feeling that.
Honestly, it was so embarrassing. I just wanted like the earth to like swallow me up.
Additional units requested immediately to
It's like that other one, my mate. He were up training and this woman came on.
Wrong? Oh no.
She went, oh,
I
she
just
went,
like to think
here,
about
have my
saving my
seat.
daughter from those
She went,
muggers.
I'm not pregnant, I'm
When
just
did this happen?
fat.
Just now. Busy guy like you. I guess it all
Now
blurs
stop
together.
assuming and all
You hit
this.
the theater on 126 and
He's like, what? I'm only offering you my seat.
Aye,
Never
she's
said,
polite.
Happy to help.
never
I'm
started
glad your daughter's
accusing you.
safe.
Like, oh
Okay, I
my
wasn't
god.
anywhere near that. I should swing by and see what's going on.
One of those that I just wish to be a fly on the wall on that day.
Yeah. I was in Greg's Bakery, start of the pandemic, and I didn't realise there was a queue outside the shop. I didn't actually know this, so I just walked into Greg's and stood in the queue, like, to get something to eat.
Yeah.
And when it was getting served, this woman was like, "Oh, you push in front of us." I was like, "Oh, did I? Sorry." I was like, well, "Why didn't you say?" Because we were there for like fucking like 10 minutes. I was standing there for. She didn't say anything until I was getting served, and she was being quite rude. So when I got my pie, I was like, it's nice and warm. Oh, I can't wait to eat this. She's still fuming.
There's the theater. Yeah, the crime
Still
scene. I better
fucking
find out
looking
what
at that
happened.
horrible face. I was like, why were you fucking waiting until it was served for you? Just before you started a confrontation, It was like she was waiting on it.
Sorry I missed the action. Thanks for
Yeah.
keeping it
Oh,
safe,
I can remember the one that I saw. There was this bloke,
Still alive.
he's
So
quite
whoever
well
did this
known
isn't a
around
lethal
Burnley,
protector.
and all of a
That's
sudden,
promising.
like, he'll just come up to you, bearing in mind you've just bought a Greg's, he'll snatch your pasty out of your hand and slam it on the floor, stamp on it and go pasty smash at the top of his voice and then just fucking run off like bugger it. And then like, then there's people chasing after him like, fuck no, you cheeky bastard, I've just paid so much for it.
Right. On my way now. Which way was
Plastic
it?
Pasty
smash.
smasher.
Last time you were in
Smash
I've
your
got
pasty.
absolutely no sense of
I was,
humour.
I was telling my dad,
Impersonating me.
I was telling my dad and my dad, but if he did that to me, he'd be getting fucking decked.
Yeah, I've switched on people for touching my foot. Like, it's out of the blue.
He went, I don't want some grubby urchin fucking touching my grub.
Aye, Rich,
It does smell like
man.
there was a fire in this direction.
My new tune, I don't know about the sample, like, I've just,
There's the fire damage.
Sample, is it?
Looks like it got put
it's
out
just
quickly.
this spoken word going, get down,
What'd you
get
do with that fire
down.
extinguisher?
Fire extinguisher, huh?
And it's like
Where you
that
left it?
funky bass line, huh? It's like down,
Use the fire escape.
down.
Guess you couldn't copy my web share.
Sounds a bit like Streets of Rage, huh? I'll send you a wee snippet of it, Rich, and you can tell me if it's too cheesy.
Fire extinguisher, huh?
Your most recent
Where
one
you
that you
left it?
posted with these.
Aye,
My
I
doppelganger
like that
used
one,
a
it wasn't
fire
cheesy.
extinguisher. Might
But
still
when you start
that
fucking
one-
about with samples and that, it's dead easy to go, yeah, I got the sample to work,
You came back.
but should I
Can't
have
thank
got
you
it
enough
to
for
work?
saving my friend from
You
the
know,
fire.
it's really.
I thought she was dead.
It's one of them, it's quite difficult,
pleasure.
isn't it? Because when you get
I want to make
when
sure
you get
everyone
Loads of
samples, you've got
decision
to,
making.
kind of got to me.
yeah,
Do you
you've got to
remember where I
then
went
like
next?
try and work
Sorry, I was
work
helping
around
my
it
friend.
and then
I think you
make
went
it
back
work.
up there.
You know what I mean?
Thanks.
Aye,
Give your
but
friend my best.
it's, I don't know, like,
Whoever
don't know if I
Spiderman
went too
is,
far.
he's helping people.
Rich is a good,
What he's doing is dangerous. I've got to find him.
good meter stick, man. He's got a cheese meter in his brain.
Yeah.
Cheese something else.
A cheesy movie.
Fire extinguisher.
Alright.
Oh, thanks for that. No, I'm going to live in your bed. I don't want dirty salt.
The fucking, his wee windsock flapping in the wind.
Oh, God.
I've actually got my fan on right now, Pete, as we speak.
And then you're naked.
No, I'm not naked, like, wearing pants.
I saw on a YouTube video a homemade air conditioner, It was 2 frozen bottles of water
Yeah.
and a fan. And they
Yeah.
were like taped behind the fan, and the fan was blowing the cold air. And apparently, it really works.
Yeah. Apparently, if you get a bowl of ice cold water, put it directly underneath your fan, it cools the room out.
Good night.
Like my dad, he ended up coming up with he came up with a theory of something, I can't just remember, but they ended up bringing it out years after. But he said if he only patented that idea, it'd be worth millions now.
It's really weird. See, when you have an idea, it's like happening all over the globe, that same idea.
Yeah.
It's really weird, man. It's like a global trip.
Yeah, well, it's like I suggested to my dad, I said, why don't they do like portable desalination plant for like people who are like in Africa or like Ethiopia or like these poor countries to be able to get water. Literally, as soon as I said that, they've only gone and done it. I thought,
yeah. I like the idea that I heard about like deserts. Just cover the desert in fucking solar cells.
In what? Solar cells?
Solar cells.
Oh,
like
cells.
Solar panels.
Yeah.
And all the sun that hits the desert gets turned into fucking energy.
Yeah.
And that would fucking power fucking loads.
Did you know you can actually get water from the desert just by like using a polythene sheet and
in the morning, there's animals that do it, and they let the morning dew condense on them, and then they drink it, and that's their drink for the day.
He's clever, isn't it? But you'd never think that stuff like that would happen.
Yep.
Okay, what's this puzzle like? Stupid fucking Spiderman.
So when did you start, Tom?
I've already started.
What was it like?
It's alright, but to be honest, for me, it's too, how can I say, it's too quick for me. Like, I'm working as quick as I can, and literally sweat's dripping off me. I can barely keep up. I'm only doing 15 hours and all.
You've got to, just like when you're being paid, man, they want you to work.
I know.
You just take it easy, man. Slow it down.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'm at a stage now where, like, even though I've only been there a week, I'm already thinking about something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I physically can't keep up with it. I get, like, I start at 3, I finish at 6, and then by the time I get home, it's 8 o'clock, and then I'm like, I'm going to bed, I'm knackered.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I'm only doing, like, 4 hours, but it's bloody hard work.
Yeah.
My dad, his job was, he was a manager for a cleaning company.
Yeah.
And like, obviously the manager's got to pitch in as well. So like him and my mum would go away and do jobs. They would come back sweating like fuck. Holy shattered. It's not an easy hand cleaning, like.
No, it's not. I mean, I had a weird perspective because I just thought, it'd just be like a domestic cleaning kind of thing. Oh no, completely different. It's like full deep clean.
They use the buffers and that.
Well, I'm gonna be. They're gonna be learning us on it, but she didn't know how to put fucking fear of God in me. I tell you, literally, I've only done it like a week, and then she went, "This is what I've done in the time that you've done." I'm like, "Oh yeah, you've been here since 2009. You know what to bloody do."
No.
Because I'm only just starting.
Right,
Obviously, I felt like saying that, but obviously.
Right, I'm going to tell you a wee secret. See, when you work with older women, they can be total bitches. Like, you've just got to. Oh man, I remember like at Lexmark and that, and it was like, can you are harder work than the fucking kids?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you
to top
can
it
be
all
nippy.
off, the person who I'm under, it's my ex-boss's wife.
Pretty standard. And easy to track.
So,
He got fire suppressant on him.
to add insult to injury, not only am I under his wife, but my former boss still keeps tabs on me.
Which makes what he's doing suicidal.
Saying how's he doing and all this. I just think that's more bloody pressure already. Enough, like, more than what I already put on myself to be able to get the job done and get it right, you know what I mean? The way I see it, it's extra money in my back pocket, and then the more money I get, the more I can put it on that project to be set myself up doing those footstools.
You okay?
No, the upholstery.
Yeah, because it's something that I'm more passionate about. I'm more passionate about doing that than I am cleaning, in all honesty.
Hot dogs?
Definitely.
I never get free hot dogs.
And
have you been watching YouTube videos and that on upholstery?
yeah, tons of it.
Good man.
Like, I'm not the most. I'll hold my hands up and say that I'm not the most skilled. I mean, there's people who've been doing it 40, 50 odd year and they could do it blind. Obviously, it's something that I'm passionate about, and I want to like keep it going. But the more you just go into willy-nilly jobs and like just so that you can get money, you'll lose that. You'll lose the skills that you've earned because you're doing different skills over and over again by different jobs.
No.
Well then, by the time that you do actually want to do that, you've essentially lost it because you've forgotten it.
Painkillers for a few days, but should be fine. Knocked out, but breathing. That's him. People seem to like him. Yeah, I mean me. I mean, this is weird.
My pleasure.
I'm not feeling too hot today. I would have had a drink with you at the chair, but some top one in there. But I'm just not feeling too up for it.
Not feeling too clever.
Nah, man. I don't know. I must be coming in with something.
Not the real Spider-Man. Not anymore, you're not.
Yeah,
well, have you got like a cold or something?
Even the odds a little.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't got a runny nose, like, but I was coughing yesterday.
Probably could be a start of it. Sore throat, cold, etc. You ever suffer with hay fever?
Nah, man.
No. Alright, because normally
allergies.
Alright, because normally that can make you be a tickly cough and...
Yeah, but when you dress like me, you inherit my enemies. And I've got a lot of enemies.
Yeah.
I'll take the ones with guns. You get the rest.
Dave's got it back there, Rich.
Haha. He's always been... I remember we were in the town centre and it was like an animal charity, yeah. And he clapped rabbit with one clap on like a rabbit, and he was sneezing for about fucking 5 hours. Like. So allergic to animals as well.
I'm not joking, I knew someone that was that allergic to nuts that literally you could be about 6 metres away and you could open a jar of peanut butter and it'd instantly kick him off. His throat would swell up, his face would swell up, and it's like getting to an hospital now.
It can be quite serious, but...
Like you couldn't have anything nut related around him.
Yeah.
Couldn't even have cornflakes around him because he's got nuts in.
Did you know if you get cereal, right, you put it in a bag and you crunch it all up into wee particles and then run a magnet across it, you see iron filings,
Seriously? What, from cereal?
From all cereal, yep. And see the iron filings, that's like it's like the iron you need in your diet.
You try that out, yeah.
What, genuine? You're not bullshitting me? That's
Nah,
genuine.
man. Nah, man. You get iron filings and cereal.
I mean, I knew you needed iron in it, but I never knew you could actually see it.
Once the magnet sort of draws it all out, the crunched up stuff, you can see it through the plastic bag.
Whoa.
Crazy, like.
Have you tried that, you know when you get like a Coke can or a beer can or whatnot, and you submerge it in acid for like, no, not acid, if you submerge it in bleach for like 24 hours, it takes coating off, and then you can see like the little like plastic lining that it's in, that the liquid's in. Because they're not properly metal like we think. They've got a thin plastic lining that the liquid's in.
Right.
Apparently.
It's aluminium with a plastic coating.
Yeah, like a very thin plastic coating. Thinner than, say, your Ziploc bags that you put your food in.
Oh yeah, it'll be thin as fuck.
Way thin.
Keep the weight down and the price down and...
One thing that I didn't know recently, you know Eiffel Tower?
One bruise at a time.
Yeah.
Your
That
heart's
was
in
a
the right
radio
place.
tower
If you keep this up,
years
you're
ago.
gonna get killed.
Alright.
I see that.
That,
I'm hanging up the suit.
that essentially got
No more.
like just disused, and they've just become a, like a World Heritage Site now, and a load of people visit it.
Yeah.
We use a flagpole tower for radio for emergency services, I talk it.
Talking about Eiffel Tower as well, there was a French poet that he hated it that much, he sat directly underneath it and had his dinner, so he couldn't see it.
I despise this tower.
Nothing like
fucking baguette.
How can I fail in pigeon
Nice
catching?
shot. Just in case you see.
Yeah, it was called Guy de Maupassant, and it was a French poet that absolutely detested the Eiffel Tower.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah. And I thought, mate, you're from France. It's like Italians detest the bloody Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Hey, what's up?
What do you know about Sable International?
It detests these towers.
International security firm. We hired by
Didn't see that
governments
coming.
to end revolution.
That's like a blend of French and Italian mixed.
The last thing we need is a city full of trigger-happy mercenaries.
I detest all this tower.
Checkpoints around the
Oh.
This is crazy.
Yeah, he was getting up to things.
This is Norman Osborn feeling threatened.
That's the one of those ridiculous accents wrong with.
To be honest, the only thing that I know in French is je m'appelle Tom is just really a grand fromage, which means my name is Tom and I am the big chief. I mean, imagine going to France and saying that they'd look at you like you were like some kind of green alien from a different planet.
I know swearing in French, man. Le cun de merde.
Rude, you didn't.
What's that?
It means the shitty fanny.
That's horrible. The merde.
Le cun de merde.
Hey, is this roof taken?
Ooh. Oh no.
A shitty cunt it is actually.
I've got a pal, she's from France, her name's Oroch, and they say merde every fucking second word like, when they speak of it. It's like Polish say kurwa every second word.
What's that mean?
It's just like fuck, cunt, it's like a strong, angry word.
In Holland they say hot for dommer. It means for fuck's sake.
Hot for dollar. I'm hot for dollar.
Hot for dommer.
Yeah,
I think as far as I remember
Main
it.
events inside.
There was one guy when I was in hospital, he was a Polish guy, and he was kicking off like mad, like because he had a broken leg and he wanted like to be seen urgently. And I I was talking to him via Google Translate, and I said, look, like, just apologise, because there's a lot of people who work here, and, like, you will get in, it's just not, like, immediate.
What they're up to
Yeah.
while I introduce myself.
And I told him the reasons, etc., because obviously he worked from here. And eventually he said sorry and got talking about Poland and whatnot and pierogies and you name it. And he went, at the very end, he went something along the lines of, when you're in Poland, come to Red Square and I'll meet you. I thought, no, you're having a laugh.
Who would have thought?
It was quite an odd bloke, to be honest. We're only just a bit older than me.
I used to work with a Polish chef. When he would go outside, it was in the Edinburgh city centre. When he would go outside to smoke, outside the pub, he would take a guitar and sit and serenade people outside, in like Polish sort of folk songs. So fucking bizarre, like. Sitting doing these sort of weird Polish tunes. We would have to try and get him in the pub to get back to work.
What, does he just be serenading people?
Aye, he just had this guitar with him. He used to always carry it like a classical guitar. What are you fucking doing, man? You're getting paid to be here to work in the kitchen and you're sitting following some blonde lassie with a wee guitar. You know.
I mean, you've got to, in a way, thinking about it, you've got to think that's actually quite creepy, isn't it, really? just having a random Polish bloke with a guitar following
you, but
I mean, if that's not like something off a fucking horror film, I don't know.
You're just quite eccentric. He had he looked like a bit like a pirate, had like long hair and a bandana. Right.
I mean, I'm all for eccentric people, but don't follow him with a fucking guitar like you're gonna smash him right head with it.
So deck him.
Ultra violence.
My favourite kind of violence.
Oh yeah, you know, like the UK and Britain and that as a whole. You'll never guess it about it.
Who?
It was King George. Yeah, it was King George VI when he was from Scotland.
Oh.
Who actually made the UK.
Like the UK's inception.
Yeah. They actually wanted to unify it, and they did.
Friday night.
It's awesome that we're all unified. Like I don't want to leave Britain. Like
no.
I don't vote for that.
To be honest, no disrespect to Scotland as a whole, but God forbid if you were to leave, I don't think as a society that you'd be able to support yourself.
Well, it wouldn't be the same, man. We'd end up like
exactly, that's what I mean.
We'd end up like a poor Eastern European country. You know what I mean? We would land there. Like.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I just find Scotland amazing in terms of like scenery and like the culture behind it.
Oh no! Stockbrokers!
Good shake though, right? Do that.
You are?
What sort of food?
Minced tatties and bland as fuck.
Yeah, but
food
that's
to World War II.
Yeah, but that's why you put your own flavour to it, don't you?
See, next time, Ultra's here,
my salad was made in Glasgow, right? You know what?
What was made in Glasgow?
Tikka masala.
Serious?
The Indian dish. Pretty sure
I had a proper tikka masala for tea, yeah. The chicken came separate,
yeah.
It's nicer that way, like chicken and a gravy, yeah.
What do you mean separate?
I mean, I knew
a separate tub, the chicken tikka. And it
I
was
mean, I
like
knew
black
you-
bits on it and that, man. It was fucking delicious, like.
Yeah. I mean, I knew chicken tikka were like a British dish, but I didn't know it was made in Glasgow.
I'm pretty sure it's Glasgow. Could be wrong.
I don't know,
Maybe
but the
it's popular.
story I've heard that in whatever restaurant it was, there was a guy and he asked for and he got served chicken tikka, and it was just like dry, and he was like, "Is there no gravy here?" So the chef was like, "Fuck it," made up a fucking gravy here, and it became tikka masala.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. It's no gravy.
Good man. Sounds still Scottish. Oh, just will complain.
Not for long.
That is like one of the best things I've ever heard.
Everyone
Gravy.
else killed at City Hall.
Where's the fucking gravy?
I don't know what it is. You could say literally anything in a Scottish accent and it becomes humorous.
Aye, fucking. What's his name? Fucking.
Connolly.
Billy Connolly, aye, he's been making money out of that for years.
Honestly, he's the one person who could literally, he can touch my funny bone and I'm almost like going purple because I can't breathe.
Ah, he's good, like. I like Billy Connolly.
Yeah. For me, one of the best sketches that I ever heard were Woman on a Bus.
Classic one.
The Woman on a Bus sketch by Billy Connolly. Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's good.
It's, 1 minute she was there, next minute she was gone. She was about 6 feet from the bus, but at the same height, slowly getting lower. And then all of a sudden, bam, her feet touched the floor. She was running at 70 mile an hour. Says there was a fork-it road. She went right, the bus went, and they still didn't know whether she was running. Well, can you imagine that? An old woman about 70-year-old running at 70 mile an hour?
I like to tell about his dad used to be a postman when he was younger. He said he was in the block of flats he'd for years, like unit letters, and it was like number 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. What the fuck? What's happened to number 4? And turned out somebody had nicked a door and put it on their door, like took off their door and put on this new fancy door.
Aye, Tom, your food's ready, dude.
I know, I'm gonna go now. Alright, I'll probably be back now. Probably be back on shortly.
Right, no problem, dude.
Alright, see you in a bit.
Oh man.
He's a good lad, Tom, like. He's never a dick to anybody, like.
Calling agents in Manhattanville, requesting an update on your status. APC Oscar under fire. It's the demons.
It's the demons.
I've got my problems disable internet. And when they're fighting demons, we're on the same side. A couple more
Got a short game Spiderman, like.
You think so?
You know the side stuff, like.
I don't know the side stuff, like.
Just sort of play it more, because it is a bit short, the story.
Nah. I'm gonna save the ending. 20 hour maybe, 30 hour. I just like sort of combat. The exploration, it's good out.
Oh, Wolverine comes out.
Aye.
It's up and coming.
I don't think this year, maybe next year.
Yeah. Please get that right. Fuck's sake.
The one game I'm excited. Yeah. I'm saying the one game I'm excited for is they're doing an open world Robocop game where you go about in your car and you've got like your crimes and your little screen and stuff.
That'd be like a Batman, that's why, isn't it?
Ah, yeah.
Oh man. Totally remake Detroit, man, that'd be cool as fuck,
Well,
like.
you've got a big one, going like, do 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 Your car.
You man outside the box shout though, isn't it? Like remaking a Robocop game.
Ah, it sounds fucking fantastic, like.
Oh yeah, I'm happy about it, but it just didn't see that coming.
No, there is that.
Demons are attacking checkpoints.
It's obviously a work in progress. So.
Aye, who's making Wolverine?
Pretty sure that's Insomniac, like.
Insomnia.
Is that
I don't
who
know.
made